Dinosaurs are freaking awesome. I think everyone here can agree with me on that point. Even if you weren't as crazy about them as other people are, you can't deny that these animals are interesting to look at. As for me, however, I love them. I had dinosaur toys, dinosaur movies, and of course I ate those dinosaur-shaped SpaghettiOs. It tasted like complete crap, but I didn't care. Bottom line, I used to be fascinated by these creatures. Now, a lot of people like myself would say that their fascination either came from Barney or Jurassic Park. Well, seeing that I was a little bit too young to watch Jurassic Park, and I outgrew Barney since my first grade year, there was always that one movie I can turn to, and that movie was The Land Before Time. This movie is a perfect middle ground where both kids and adults can enjoy it. It wasn't too graphic for kids, but it didn't pander to itty-bitty kids either. The movie is about an apatosaurus named Littlefoot, whose mother is killed after fighting off a Tyrannosaurus. This leads to the saddest scene in the movie.
Dear sweet Littlefoot, do you remember the way to the Great Valley?
I guess so. But why do I have to know you're gonna be with me?
I'll be with you. Even if you can't see me.
What do you mean if I can't see you? Mother? Mother?
She's nothing but a collection of drawn lines and watercolor paintings. And yet, she still tugs on my heartstrings. So the journey is on, as Littlefoot goes to the Great Valley, a place that is known for its low predator population and plentiful amount of food. Along the way, he comes across other young dinosaurs trying to get to the same place as well. This group consists of a Parasaurolophus named Ducky, a Pterodon named Petrie, a Stegosaurus named Spike, and a Triceratops named Sarah. Get it? Sarah? As in Triceratops? They were trying too hard with this, were they? Also, a little bit of a nitpick here, but I love the fact that Spike's the only dinosaur from the Jurassic period, while the other dinosaurs are from the Cretaceous period. The rest of the movie is one big fight for survival, complete with running away from predators, trying to find food, and characters constantly butting heads with each other.
But it's the wrong way! Who says? My mother! Then she was the stupid long neck too.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention that instead of calling themselves by their respected dinosaur names, they call themselves by these little nicknames like Long Neck, Sharp Tooth, Three Horned, Big Mouth, and so on and so forth. I know they call themselves that because the names of the dinosaurs were not yet discovered, but I don't know. The way they say it kind of sounds like it's some sort of racial slur or something. Seriously, just listen to these clips and tell me that you're not thinking the same thing too.
Three horns never play with long necks.
Well, why can't I play with that three horn? We were having fun.
Well, we all keep to our own kind.
Man, who would have thought that segregation existed during the prehistoric times? This movie does not shy away from the grittiness of reality, and it manages to tackle subjects like coping with the death of a loved one very seriously and with lots of maturity. One interesting fact about this movie is that the original cut was a lot more darker than the one that we got now. It was reported that 13 minutes of the movie had to be cut because it was too traumatizing for kids, and not like movies nowadays where they're trying to market towards a PG-13 audience. Oh yeah, I'm looking at you, Warner Brothers. Now, if you know anything about Don Bluth, you know that he loves to challenge kids emotionally, which is the complete opposite of the movie sequels.
Friends for dinner. He just wants to have friends for dinner.
Ugh, thank God that most of the cast members didn't reprise their roles for the sequels. The only person who ever reprised her role was Candace Houston, the voice of Sarah. But unlike the majority of cast members who didn't return by choice, there was one other cast member who didn't return because of other reasons. You see, Judith Barcy, the voice of Ducky, had an abusive relationship with her father. He would constantly send death threats to her and her mother, and on July 25th, 1988, both her and her mother were murdered, which led to her father committing suicide soon after. So to be clear, I am not trying to make any light out of this horrific, tragic event. She is a great voice actress, along with the other kid actors as well. In fact, not only are the actors great, but the quality of the movie is great as well. I mean, just look at this animation. It's gorgeous to look at. But you want to know what's the most surprising fact about this movie? This movie is around an hour and 9 minutes long, and yet it feels like a full-length animated feature. Seriously, I had to double check the back of the VHS box to see if my eyes were playing tricks on me. But regardless how long it is, it's still Don Bluth's masterpiece till this very day, despite the fact that the sequels gave the series a bad reputation. If you have little bitty kids who are really into dinosaurs and you think they're not ready to see Jurassic Park yet, I highly recommend you check this movie out. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Anyway guys, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.
Friends for dinner. He just wants to have friends for dinner.
Don't let your kids watch it!